Good afternoon and welcome back to West Ham and United. My name is Anton and I'm bringing to you today's West Ham Daily. How are you? How are you feeling after the victory against West Brom, where we finally sent Sam Allardyce packing from his West Brom job? Antonio obviously stirred the pot with his comments after the game, and Sam Allardyce lost the plot. If you get a chance to look at his statement after, he really was pissed off in relation to Antonio's comments. However, West Ham are, of course, literally, this is the situation. In order for West Ham to qualify for the Europa League, 1 point is required for West Ham to allow us to qualify straight into the group stages of Europa League, or a Spurs defeat. That's all West Ham need. Goal difference isn't great, so we can't really afford for us not to pick up a point and Tottenham to win, and relying on that. What we have done, though, is qualify for the Europa Conference League, as was mentioned in the past couple of videos. So we're going to be playing some form of European football, which is fantastic news, of course. Which, it's just madness, and it's what a crazy couple of seasons we've had, hasn't it? Really, I mean, last game I went to, I was trying to work this out last night, was early 2020, and I can't believe now we're May 2021 and I've still not been back to a game. And of course there's going to be 10,000 fans. I mean, I'm getting goosebumps about it, and I'm not even going. I didn't buy my season ticket for the full price up front. I only paid the deposit, therefore I didn't enter the ballot. But what you do know, and as Stella's been ramming down your throat, says he's got a ticket, of course, and good on him. Listen, I'm happy for any of the fans to get back into the stadium. Alf's also going with his son, so make sure you do join us on Sunday, because we will be doing some live drop-ins to the stadium, to the pre-stadium as well. So if you're regulars on the chat, and I know there's a lot of chat going on about people meeting up at the last drop, which is what we know as the supporters club. It's not going to be open as a supporters club, it's going to be open to the general public, but we will be dropping into the stadium pre-game, post-game, etc. So it will be cool to see what the vibe's like in and around the stadium. So make sure you keep involved with us during the show. It'll be like a kind of production, as you can imagine, going back. Sorry, I think I've sent myself a message. Apologies for that. So yeah, it'll be like a kind of production show. It'll be like, join me and Matt, and then we're going to head over to the stadium, speak to Alf, head over to the stadium, speak to Stell, see who else is kicking about, and just get a general chit chat with everyone, which will be exciting. Anyway, listen, before I get started on the show, I want to actually say a massive thank you to all of yous that watch and have bared with us in this channel. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you, and without boring you and all that sort of stuff, when you decide to do something like this, it starts off as a bit of fun. It gets quite time consuming, and then you get, of course, there's no ifs or buts about it. When people start to tell you they like the content, you get a little bit obsessed with giving the content. However, you need to manage your life and your work and your job and your wife and your kids, and or depending on your circumstances alongside it. And it's a big commitment to do it. And myself and Stell and Alf beforehand, and more recently myself and Stell, decided just to commit to doing these shows. But listen, we wouldn't do it if you guys weren't watching and weren't wanting more and weren't feeding off what we were trying to do as well. So it's a massive shout out to you guys, and that's why we're trying to give back by giving competition after competition. And I want to just say quickly, I know there's 4 mugs outstanding and a West Ham top outstanding. the reason why they weren't sent originally was because I wasn't well, but this week has been a bit hectic at work. So my plan is I've got a bit of free time, obviously, because we won't be doing as much content. We will be bringing new content pretty much nearly every day, but it will be nowhere near in comparison to what it's been. If you think about things like the match day lives, they won't be around, etc., etc. So I'll have a bit more time next week to get that stuff sent out to you guys. So please bear with me and we will get that sent out. But like I said, it's a massive, huge thank you to all the stuff and all the support that you guys have given to the channel. It does take up a lot of time, but I love it. Listen, and the main thing is, and I've said it from day dot, Irons United's not my priority. West Ham's the priority. That's the thing that I love. I've grown up to love. I bleed claret and blue. That's the love that I've got. That's the reason why I sit underneath my stairs like Harry Potter at the 6'4", and I'm squashed in under here, giving you as much content as we can related to West Ham. But do you know what? I love it so much. I genuinely do. I love talking about my club. It's good. You know, I've done it since I've been a kid, and obviously we didn't have internet back then. I'm not that old. I'm not as old as Still, of course. You know, he was back in the dark ages. But I didn't have the internet when I was a kid. So, you know, if this was around, I got a chance to get my opinion across. So anyway, thank you very much for sticking by us. Next thing I want to kind of address before I get started on David Moyes' information is the football prizes, who are our channel sponsors. Football prizes. So make sure you go across there. I've put the link in the comments. And of course, it ends today. Actually, the competition ends, the raffle ticket ends today at 7:30 p.m. and the live draw will be made on their Facebook page at 8:30 p.m. You can win this Declan Rice signed, custom framed West Ham shirt for only £5.95. I've not checked on it today to see what the number's at. I can do a quick check for you right now if you want to see how many tickets have been sold. But if you want to get a chance to win that, definitely jump in to the website and see how many tickets are left. 52 tickets have been sold from a potential 99 tickets. So there's a 1 in 52 chance of getting it, depending on how many tickets you've bought. So make sure you jump across there and get purchasing if you can. What I'll do is I'll go through David Moyes' press conference and I'll jump into the comments. I've seen there's absolutely shed loads of comments already. But let's go into David Moyes' last Premier League 2021 press conference before he signs his new contract, which we're fully expecting him to do over the next couple of days. I wouldn't be surprised if they waited till the end of the season and announced it early next week. So be prepared for that. Anyway, let's get on to what he's saying. He's talking about the fans returning. It's great, and especially with the situation we're in as well, it's fitting that the players get the chance to be cheered because they deserve to be with how they've performed this season. I mean, listen, I'm buzzing at the thought of people being back in that stadium. I really am. And I know I'm not one, but I genuinely mean it from the bottom of my heart. It's nice to see. It was nice to see the fans in at West Brom. It was nice to just have that vibe and feel, you know, the sense of normality was kicking back in. And touch wood, we can still see that growth of normality kicking back in. And, you know, I know we've had Nigel on recently and we're suspecting that we might not have full-seater stadiums for the new season. But I'm so desperate to get to a game. I want to have that feeling of just and for me, it's different compared to other people because I travel. I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm down in London for midday, but I wouldn't change it for the world. I have such a good laugh. I meet up with a good bunch of guys. We have a good bevy or two, nice bit of food, head to the stadium, watch the game, go to the shop, all that sort of stuff. And I'm desperate to take my son down to a game as well. So fingers crossed I can do that next season. So it's really cool. And I really hope the fans get behind the team tomorrow and give them the kind of send-off for the season that they absolutely deserve, because my word, they do deserve that send-off. David Moyes is talking about the final game. We want to try and finish on a high. We've got ourselves in pole position and we have to try and win. He then goes on to talk about Southampton here. He says they've had a period where they went top of the league, so we went there knowing we'd have to play well, and we drew. And Ralph Hasenhuttl had a really good style of play to watch. We'll need to improve on that game, but I think that we have improved greatly since then, of course, from the draw that we had when we faced Southampton last time out. So, you know, again, David Moyes is a class act. He's respecting the opposition, which is rightly so. And you know, we're going to expect a game. It's the last game of the season. You've got, you know, people can say all they want. Southampton I think they're sitting, I've got the league here, 14th in the league on 43 points. And, you know, if they finish the season off well, they can actually jump up to 12th place, which is a difference of a few £1,000,000. And that's going to be enough of an incentive for the club to do it. But plus, you've got players there that are either potentially wanting to stay at the club, you've got younger players wanting to come through the ranks, and you've got players like Danny Ings who other clubs are sniffing about, and other Ward-Prowse, etc. So, you know, whether they want to stay or go, they're going to be out there trying to perform to the highest level. So that's what we need to watch, and we can't become too complacent. And I think David Moyes is respecting the fact that we absolutely can't become too complacent with it. David Moyes goes on to talk about some of his highlights for the season. We've had so many good memories this year. I had COVID at one point, and it was great to see the staff that do so well. They were terrific. Winning at Leicester early on gave us a lot of confidence. We came from behind at Tottenham when getting anything didn't look likely. We've won games which looked tough to win. We beat Tottenham here, which was great as well. The bit I've enjoyed the most is the level of consistency we've shown. I've had lots of good moments, and the players have done a really good job. I have a few players on 10 goals, and I hope that they can increase that before the end of Sunday. I mean, what else do you want to hear from your manager when you see and hear and listen to comments like that? He's struggling to pick up a highlight of the season, and that just shows you the amount of growth that West Ham have taken this year, and how Moyes has changed West Ham's fans' opinions, and how we will hopefully collectively as a unit progress forward for the new season. And I think under Moyes we will. I don't think we can. I just don't know how, you know, what Moyes will. His management style, you know, when you hear the players talking about the running stats, you know, when players came in and when Moyes came back for the second time, he's like, your running stats are awful. We need to get you all working harder and covering more ground, etc. And he's done that, and he's turning players' careers completely around. When you look at Lingard, look at Dawson, and he can just. It's amazing to watch what Moyes is doing. And finally changing, say, someone like my opinion, because before, I'm not going to lie to you, when we signed Sebastian Haller for £40-odd million, Felipe Anderson for £30-odd million, Diop, Yarmolenko, you're just excited by the price tag. Moyes is making me and brought me right back down to earth and made me realise that it's not about the price tag, it's about finding the right player at the right time. And he's done that. He has done that. Him and his backroom staff have absolutely nailed it on the head, and they've done it prior to COVID, a few games before COVID struck. But they've continued that form and that ability to go to teams and not give up, and even if they go 1-0 down, go and fight and get something. So it's been an absolute amazing season, and that's why he's struggling for a highlight to get it. And he goes on to talk about the season targets. There's a few players a weeks back about the club. He was talking to the players a few weeks back about the club points record, which is 62, and we've got a chance in our own right to try and beat that, and we can do that. It will give us European football. I'm not taking a thing for granted. I'm trying to get the players recovered quickly and as fresh as they possibly can. It's been a big achievement getting to where we are, but we've got to see the job out now. And I mean, listen, again, we're on 62 points right now, and we've got an opportunity, just one more point, and we beat our record. I mean, what a position to be in. It's reminding ourselves of, if you'd have said that to yourself this time last year, you would never have thought it. You would just never have thought it. Like, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing to see what he's done with the backroom staff, and West Ham are now 6th in the league on 62 points. It's frustrating to think that we're only 4 points from the 4th place Liverpool and 5th place Leicester. And I'll bring it up the league again for you to see. It is frustrating. There's no ifs and buts about it. I mean, you're so close to look at that. You can sit there and work out like Fulham away when we should have really taken the game to Fulham. You know, if we'd have taken the game to Liverpool at home, but we invited them on to play against us. And, you know, we're only human. We make mistakes as a club, and we will make mistakes. But, you know, the 2 Newcastle games, the Brighton games, points dropped. I mean, you're literally just trying to pick out 6 points from those games. You get those 6 points and look at the position we would be in. 5 points, look at the position we'd be in. But the fact of the matter is, we were still able mathematically to qualify for the Champions League with 2 games to go. I mean, it's phenomenal. It's a phenomenal job he's done. And like you said there, he's not taking things for granted. He's trying to get the players recovered quickly and as fresh as they possibly can. It's been a big achievement getting to where we are, but we've got to see the job out now, 100%. It goes on to talk about team spirits. You have to try and make the players feel as happy as you can. I hope they have a good holiday now. They all deserve it, which they absolutely do. The amount of games we've had pushed and squeezed in has made it really difficult program for everybody, and you can all see the team spirit 100%. It's amazing to watch the players get on well with so well with each other. Everyone looks like they're performing to their highest level, and they're as part of a team. They're a team unit. And I think, I don't know if you actually seen the stats that we put out on our Twitter. I think it was yesterday, and we also put it out on our Facebook account. And the stats read as follows. Just getting them up for you just now. So our top goal scorers, this is the team spirit, and this is where the results start to show it. Our top goal scorers are Antonio, Souček, who have both got 10 goals each. Next up is Lingard with 9, Bowen with 8, Fornals with 3, Dawson with 3. I mean, that's me without going further into the team. Our top assisters this season, Creswell with 8, Benrahma with 6, Soufal with 6, Antonio with 5, Bowen with 5, Lingard with 4, Fornals with 3. Team effort, that is what that is. Team spirits, everyone playing for the team, stepping up when they've been asked to, and that's what they've done. And I don't want people to think I'm getting absolutely carried away, but why not? Why not? I mean, 1 point away from Europa League, straight into the group stages. I mean, it would be absolutely fantastic. What an achievement. What a turnaround. What an absolute turnaround. Let's get on to Jesse Lingard. He talks a little bit about Jesse Lingard. I'm hopeful that Jesse wants to come here, but it is Manchester United's decision. I am reading into this a little bit. I'm going to read into this a little bit. I don't think Moyes would be saying comments like that if Jesse didn't want to come to West Ham. I think Jesse Lingard does want to stay at West Ham. I think he's found the home that he genuinely can make a life for, and I think if he believes in the project of what Moyes is doing, I think he does. I just don't think Moyes would make a comment like that, absolutely blatantly state that he wants the player to stay, unless the player has said, you know what, I'm definitely interested in staying. You can't blame players for if they're on loan and other clubs potentially come in for them, but you would hope that Lingard would look at what the faith that Moyes paid into him and see if he could maybe honour something like that back. I'm not buying the whole Lingard as being crap and Moyes is too scared to drop him for the last few games. I'm not buying it because how many games did Lingard carry West Ham when he first joined the club? How many games did he carry West Ham? What difference, what impact he made to West Ham's side? And there were several players in that side that didn't, and no one cried out for them to get dropped or rested week in and week out or pulled off the substitute bench. See, when you've got a player of his ability and his talent, sometimes you just got to keep them on the park because they'll find that one bit of fire, that one bit of lightning that will change the game. And he is that guy. He didn't have a fantastic game against West Brom. What did he do? He came up and got an assist. He was involved in I read some statement about pre-assists or pre-assists, all that sort of stuff, but he's involved heavily in a lot of the goals that West Ham do. And even if he doesn't get the assist or the goal himself, it's just his all-round A game. Yeah, he's had a couple of average games, but a couple from how many? Yeah, exactly. It's like 18 odd games or whatever. You mean, listen, we're talking about a top-level talent that we need to make sure we get over the line. And I do think, fingers crossed, we'll come to some form of agreement with them. Lastly, he goes on to talk about team news, and he doesn't know about Fabianski, doesn't think it was quite as bad at the time, but it'll be a last-minute call on Sunday. So you've got to take from that what you will. I'm not too sure, to be honest. We'll have to wait probably for a late fitness test, if I'm being brutally honest. But I don't think, I'm just judging it, I don't think Fabianski will play. I'll be really surprised if Fabianski makes it because we pointed it out earlier in the season that we felt like he was avoiding kicking the ball quite a lot in several games and when he had opportunities to do it. And I don't know if there's something there with his knee. And it makes me think that we're going to have to go all out and look for a goalkeeper come the summer window. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. So Randolph, I thought he came in, done a decent job. I said it even during the match day live. I said you don't know if for the goal that we conceded when Souček hit the ball in from Pereira corner, Did Randolph shout, or did Souček just overrule Randolph's shout and head the ball into the back of the net? I mean, there's two ways to look at it. Souček's off the ground, really, thinking the ball's going to connect, and he misjudges the header. So can you really fault Souček for that? Probably not. Randolph commanding, if he screams and shouts and goes get the ball, was it too late? All that sort of stuff. I don't know. You've got to read into that, and I don't know how we'll ever find out exactly what happened at that moment. But what I did know was there was no West Brom in and around them, so the two of them should have dealt with that situation a lot better. But he came in and he made some game saving saves, and he does a good job. So, but I do think we need to look at a goalkeeper, if I'm being brutally honest, come the summer. And that brings it into his press conference. And there's absolutely a shed load of comments. I mean, I don't even know if it's going to go all the way up the top, which is really annoying because I really wanted to actually go up to the top, but there's been so many. I'm sorry, it doesn't do it. I don't know why. There must be a way how I can jump right back up to the top. I don't have a clue why it does that. Anyway, Warrior 1895, hello, looking forwards and upwards. Come on, you Irons, after all. Thank you. Yep, Scott Randall, morning, hope you're well. Born to get busy. Oh, East London is wonderful. Oh, East London is wonderful. Brilliant, mate, brilliant. I'd love to be singing that in the stadium. And you're all talking to each other. Fresh Fielder, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. Mark Alexander, we are at home. Southampton have injuries. Tots come away to Leicester. It's in our hands. Love it. Absolutely. Let's hope we can. Father Snowman, hope you're well. I saw a mouse. Where? There on the stairs. Where on the stairs? Right there. What? What are you talking about? Nosebleed City or what? Nuno leaving Wolves at the end. Is he? Is he actually leaving? Is he leaving Wolves at the end of the season? Are you serious? I mean, that's a bit of a shocker. My word, he is. I'm sorry. I know that's just came. That's a huge thing. What's going on there? Sorry. That's absolutely shocked me. I'm absolutely shocked at that. Absolutely shocked at that. Still, see you on Sunday. I'm sorry, on the Nuno one, I wonder if he's got something else lined up or another club's looking at him. What he's done at Wolves has been phenomenal. I know they've not had the fantastic season this season, but, I think what he's done there has been fantastic. See you on Sunday. Thanks, Stel, for rubbing it in, mate. Neil from Down Under, hope you're well. Father Snowman, where Saints are missing 4 players, they are. But listen, tune in tomorrow evening because we will be having our preview show. We'll have an opposition fan on as well from the other end of the video camera. Absolutely, mate. Yes, you're rubbing it in. Don't worry, mate. Happy Hammer 82. One more point, and that's the most points in a Prem season. Come on, you Irons. Absolutely. Afternoon, all. Warrior 1895, Fat Sam left. Neil from Down Under just watched the NRL. 2 good games. It's the final countdown. Absolutely. Dan B, hi all. With Big Sam actually listened to Antonio. His very first comment was West Brom were playing free-flowing football, but he chose to ignore that to deflect the fact that he failed to keep West Bromwich Albion up. Absolutely. Happy Hammer, hit that like button, people, please do. We appreciate all your hard work, guys. Yeah, no, listen, I'm not even doing it to ask you for that. It's just letting you know that I'm glad you enjoy it and you want it, and we're going to ask for loads of feedback. Put the feedback in the comments right now. What would you like to see in terms of changes for the new season? I've got some ideas. Stel's got some ideas. The guys have got some ideas. I'd like to make the review, for example, a little bit shorter. I'd like to see if I can bring the preview to a shorter show, but everyone seems to like a longer show, so I don't know if I'll do that with the preview. I think the review could be shorter, but we'll have a look at it. Anyway, Caden, thank you very much for your efforts. Thank you. Scott, I have to say that these shows have really helped during COVID. Thanks, Scott. Much appreciated, mate. Thank you very much. Happy Hammer. We love you, West Ham United. Thank you very much. Still, at least a show a day. Don't worry, we'll still be here throughout the summer. We will be. Yeah, I didn't want people to think we won't be, but obviously it might not be 2 or 3 shows a day like they have been throughout the season, but there'll definitely be a show a day. We'll come on and do something. What Scott Randall said, absolutely. Thank you very much. Daniela Stewart, Big Sam got it wrong. Antonio praised the West Bromwich Albion team for their free-flowing football. He's listened. If he listens to the interview, Stel, you actually paying me a compliment. It's not like you, mate. It's not like you. Been a great season with you guys. Thank you very much, of course, for subscribing and doing that. Stel used to do these shows. By fact, he absolutely did, mate. That's why he's still late. Just to say thank you. You're the best channel that interacts with the visitors. Thank you very much, Robert. Really, really kind. Thank you all for watching and commenting and getting engaged. Hi, Phil. Hope you're well. Gary, thank you very much for joining us. I'm okay. How are you? I actually got engaged last year. Did you? Good on you. Congratulations. You're all talking to each other. I born to get busy. I would get engaged, but they kept running. Oh, my team used to be the West Coast Eagles when I watched it. You're talking about some of that stuff. You're more than welcome anytime on my screen, Stel and Anton. Thank you very much, Neil. It's a pleasure when you come on, and thank you very much for staying awake half the times you do. Let me see where everyone is saying. You're all talking to each other. Oh, you lovely people. Hope you're all well. From Marcus Lieb. God, you're all talking amongst yourself. Sunday, all games are 4 p.m. kickoff. Yes. We will be going live, and I'm contemplating going live a little bit earlier on Sunday. Of course, I won't be at the game. I need to just make sure that we have stuff sorted in the house, but I'm planning to go a lot earlier than normal, just because it is going to be our last one. So we'll see. Gary Rutter, let's go for 3 points. Sunday, Vinay, you know details isn't Anton's strong point. What is it I've said? Did I say games? No, it's Sunday. It's Sunday. I never said tomorrow, did I? Did I? I don't know if I did. DA, worried that Moyes will play for a draw. Tell me not. Nah. No, I don't think he will, mate. I don't think he will. DA will go. We want to give the fans something to cheer, and I reckon he'll go for a win. Absolutely. My Hammers 11, Russ, thank you very much for joining us. Great season we've had. Absolutely, mate. Hi, lads. Hi, Lee Vassallo. Thank you again. Full, I'm good, Stella Sowaki. Are you ready for the match on Sunday and attending the VIP bar? Photos. He does. He's got you sussed out, Stella Sowaki. Stephen Gibson, how about you advise your videos? What press conference is this of Moyes? I have put it on. It says it. How about you advise? So, Stephen, if you look at the title, it actually says West Ham v Southampton. So, yeah. Could end up with 65 points. I estimate 70 to be the upper limit. Impressive turnaround. Absolutely unbelievable. Sorry, I'll have to go on an online meeting. Enjoy the rest of the show. Yep. Cheers, Stel. Stel has a VIP box next to my Swag. Urawa Hammers. Oh, it's not you, Billy, is it? By any chance? What do you think of the difference between Moyes' first season and current season? Of course, I'm satisfied this season, but a bit worrying about how next season would be. I'm putting utter, Moyes' first season and current season. Of course, I'm satisfied this season, but look at what happened from pre-COVID, 3 or 4 games to now. I mean, it's been an absolutely huge turnaround. It's been phenomenal what he's done. Top 6 with just 1 striker. Amazing. Absolutely. Vinay. Next year, Benny will be more confident. We need players who can score from outside the area. Absolutely. That'd be good. Moyes or Bielsa should be manager of the year. Could see them both getting a shout for it, to be honest, but I just wouldn't be surprised if it ends up being Pep Guardiola again. D.A. Crossman didn't want Moyes the first time, even less the second time. How wrong can you be? And I hold my hand, wholeheartedly hold a hand up and say, I was the same. And what did I get? He smacked us all on the backside and said, I know what I'm talking about and you don't. That's why you go and sit underneath the stairs, Anton, and talk to your Irons United people. And he'll be, the difference is Suchek and Soufal. He has more of his players this time round. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Fresh fielder. We did the double on all Midland sides this year. West Bromwich Albion, Wolves, Aston Villa and Leicester. I've seen that, mate. What a stat. What a stat. Arsenal 3 each, mate. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Do you know what? That game, 3 each, 2 points dropped, would have taken West Ham to 64 with it all to play for the last game of the season. I mean, there's a game right there. Happy Hammer. Brendan Rodgers for me winning their first FA Cup and possibly Champions League next year. I mean, it's open. It's really wide open. His first time managing us, Moyes came in and against all odds kept us up when none of his own players or staff. I'll always be thankful for that. Yeah, good point, Scott. Moyes was the chosen one by Alex Ferguson. I know why now. Scott, and yeah, Rodgers is in the mix, but he's just a wee bit more money to play with. John Layton, I saw somewhere that Fornals was shouting, that's my team after we scored on Wednesday. I don't blame him. I mean, the guy's just absolutely transformed. And you know what? I said before the game, if there was a player I would have rested and changed up for the game against West Brom, it would have been Fornals. However, Fornals gave absolutely everything in that second half in particular. and was actually heavily involved in most of the goals as well. So, I mean, I've said it all along this season. He's been my most improved player. I think he's fantastic. I've actually grown to love the little guy, and I can imagine he is tiny. I can imagine he's probably taller than Stelbo, to be fair, because Stel is tiny. It's still a great turnaround with a thin squad. Absolutely, mate. Lee Vassallo, Jesse loves our boys. We have our togetherness. We absolutely do, mate. We absolutely do. Fornals is the new Mark Noble. We'll see. We'll see, Vinay. I won't sub Lingard. All it takes is a moment of magic to turn a game. Absolutely. Scott Randall, Jesse has a knock. He has lost a bit of speed, and yet he's playing through it. The 3 previous games, he was being mugged. Bonnie Hammer, we were spoiled by the world-class performances by Lingard, and we cannot expect this every week. Also, the opposition will focus on stopping him, so other players have to step up. Absolutely. Scott, Randolph came back and has done a very decent job for us. He absolutely has, and the comments have jumped. It's so frustrating. Try and find where I am. That Randolph save was top class. That save from Randolph from close range was amazing. Randolph was fouled for their goal. Robert Singleton, almost there. We're almost there in paradise. Just read Johnson from West Bromwich Albion is with Will Salthouse. Looks good for us. I mean, so many goalkeepers. We'll be talking transfers next week, but I don't know if he's the one that I'm so keen on West Ham to go for, but who am I? How lucky was Creswell free kick? I know, unbelievable. But 40 yards out, I think it was. James Bond, could Randolph even have seen the ball to make a shout with the giant jumping in front of him? Yeah, I get your point, but he did jump. He was in the air alongside Soucek as well, so I don't know. Allardyce at Wolves then. Oh, God, could you imagine? Clive, hi, Anton. I think Randolph was class against the Baggies. Is he staying with us? I don't doubt that he will stay, to be honest. I think he is going to be here for the future. We've got David Martin, obviously, in the wings as well. So I wonder if he'll step into kind of a coaching role. I wouldn't be surprised. Allardyce was mad with Antonio. Not sure why. Nuno to the Spuds. I mean, I think that's you, Gatesy, isn't it? I mean, it's really interesting. I'm baffled at that, and the only way I'm baffled is because I think that maybe he's got something else lined up. I can't see why else he would leave, to be honest. Nuno to Spurs. Everyone's saying it, and Lampard to Palace. Still being on time. Laugh out loud for I'm kidding. I take it that's for the improvement of the channel. Would not surprise me. Forge from Irons. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for the work we do in the channel. Thank you, Bonnie, for turning up. How about some guest presenters? Maybe Carlton Cole. I mean, listen, you've got so many channels, West Ham channels. You know, Russ, Miami's 11's got a lot of the ex-pros that come on, and other people from the YouTube world, all that sort of stuff. But you kind of feel like you want to just leave it to those guys doing it, and we just I don't know. We'll see. We've had ex-pros on before as well, but we'll see. Great shows next season or off season. Try and get some more ex-players or current players in the chat if possible. So it's going against everything we say. So we'll see. Vinay, this is the best channel. Laid back and interact with us. Thank you very much, Vinay. Danielle Stewart. Danielle, the best set of players we've had for a long time. Kim Burrows, thank you very much for the kind words. The Fenlands, Lincolnshire have been brilliant this season with you. Guys, thank you. Reckon the Fabianski injury is a bit of a Moyes cloak and dagger. Crazy Call and United is the best channel where we all voice our opinions. Keep up the great work, love it. Thank you very much. Stu77 only found the show this year, and we've really enjoyed the content you guys provide. It's now part of my daily routine. Love the banter. It's ever-growing family. Come on, you irons. God, I'm going to have a tear in my eyes, Stu. I'm going to have a tear in my eyes. It's really kind to hear these words. What's your thoughts on Odebiku winning Player of the Month for under-23s? Do you think next season will be his breakthrough year, especially with the Europa League? Tough, man. Really tough. Really tough. I don't think it's going to be his breakthrough year, if I'm being brutally honest. I'm more excited about... I want to be proven so wrong with Odebiku, but I'm more excited about other talent we've got in the squad in the younger setup, to be honest. And I'm really worried that what we saw against Manchester United was maybe him. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. If Europa Conference League, that's his opportunity. But if it's Europa League, I don't know, to be honest, because I think we're going to have to bring in some quality strikers, and there's probably an opportunity for Odebiku potentially to go out on loan. We'll have to wait and see. 80k me, we needed the best ham and cheese from West Ham, and we got it. We did. Clive and Moyes we trust, absolutely. Fred, happy days. Need to strengthen the goalkeeper defence and up front for next season. Proud of everyone Moyes has delivered. He has. Does he? Oh dear, did you not hear me at the start? Massive apology. I've got your mug sitting here. I've not sent it. I've got 4 mugs to send and a football top to send. I'm waiting on the person coming back to me for the football top because we haven't got your address. You haven't contacted us. It is a certain. I put the comment out on YouTube earlier on. It's a Ross Cordle. We're looking for a Ross Cordle to contact us on the email address because you've won a West Ham top as well. Thomas Soucek looked so upset on Wednesday. He can be a real hero. He can. Happy Hammer just saying, I did back Moyes with a full season, but he's exceeded even my expectations. Come on, you Irons. I seen that Slavia won the Czech Cup final yesterday. Sima came off the bench to get the winner, fresh fielder. I seen that. Wolves manager Nuno to Spuds. Watch this space. Absolutely, from Daniela. Me too, Happy Hammer. We're massive. London is claret and blue. Mandy G. Hello, everyone. Hope you're well. Let's all do the Sufal dance on the final whistle. Warrior 1895. Can we see more of Richie from South Africa? Love the accent. Well, on that, it looks like we will be seeing a bit more of Richie Boy, who's actually been part of Irons United from the start. Just gone through some transitions in his life, job, leaving university, etc. But hopefully he'll be back over to London as well. But yes, we'll be seeing a little bit more of him in the season, new season. Even after this great season, the football world is still writing us off. Everyone always writes West Ham off. What else do we expect? Let the signs where there be, we never backed him. Alessi is class. I absolutely agree with you, Scott. He really, really is. In my opinion, we're only going to go get better. Fingers crossed. You don't have to change much, Daniela, and you're right. And just add quality into what we've currently got. Then yeah, we done a show at the start of the season, and actually quite, in the a transfer show, and we actually spoke about what if we don't go and sign loads of players and can get by with the current squad that we've got. My word, look what we've done. We've brought in a couple of players and we've proven that we can actually do that with the squad we've got. Baptiste made the England under-19 squad today. I've seen that. Yeah, I think there's another West Ham player as well. The mugs also comes with Anton's flu bug. Well, tell you what, that's why they were in quarantine. They're in quarantine. D. Lee, Anton the greatest jock since Billy Connolly. Stelios the best Greek since Harry Enfield. Go screenshot that and send that to Stel. I have to agree with some of the other people. This is the most engaging channel. Keep doing what you do. Thank you very much, Clive. It's really appreciative, mate. Does 6 get us straight through to Europa without a qualifier? Absolutely, it does, mate. And yeah, mate, on this comment, Clive, about the most engaging channel, we opted to do a lot of lives and rather than pre-recorded, and that's what we kind of decided to do. Lives works better with our lifestyle, but if we do pre-recorded, we can't engage with you. So it seems to be that live is the thing that really works for us. So that's what we're going to do, and we'll keep it doing it that way. Robert Singleton, he's under the stairs, but we all love him. He's under the stairs. Thank you very much, Robert. Listen, that brings an end to our show today. That's David Moyes' press conference. Make sure you join us tomorrow. We've got the preview tomorrow evening, 8:30 p.m. We'll have a Southampton fan on. Myself and Matt will be doing that. Sunday, we have a match day live, last day of the season. So we will be coming on nice and early, giving you as many guests as we possibly can, going live to the stadium. So it will be really, really cool. So make sure you join us for that. We'll be going live straight after it with the review, and then we'll be kind of letting you know what we're going to be doing. We'll do Still will have his West Ham Weekly, of course, on the Monday night. Myself and Matt and Jake might be doing an early players ratings show, and then we'll kind of start to talk about transfers as the season has finished. Last few comments. All these compliments are fully justified. This is the best Irons channel by a long way. Thank you very much, Freshfielder. Really, really appreciate it. How perfect would it be to get 6 and demote Spurs in that crappy 7th place conference? Could you imagine? They no qualifiers this year. Cheers, Anton. Laters all. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Caden. Thank you, Clive. Thank you, Lee. Happy Hammer, really pleasure to see you all. Make sure you subscribe, like and comment, and come on you Irons for Sunday. Thank you. Take it easy.